Hey everyone, this is Nuala from Magical Kingdom Memories, back with the second part of the Walt Disney World Resort planning and budgeting series that I started, Walt Disney World Planning 101. And after the first video, I was thinking about why I started doing this series. It was pretty much just thinking about people who've never been to Walt Disney World before and who really don't even have an idea of where to start with planning or thinking about it, or how to go about everything. So I was gonna go into saving money for your Walt Disney World vacation. That was my next thought was, okay, now we'll talk about saving money. But then I realized something. If in the first video I talked about going online and kind of getting an idea as far as how much it would cost, kind of putting in some dates, just to get a general idea. Now, the only problem with that is there are some times of the year where Disney will offer discounts. Usually times when it's slower, sometimes for the summer, there's limited rooms available, certain resorts will have discounts. And so the problem with kind of just throwing in some dates online is that if you went on there after you watched the video and you said, okay, let me go on, I want to go on Christmas, you probably got like massive shock to the system. Christmas is one of the busiest times to go. There usually aren't any discounts offered. So that really may not be a realistic amount as far as what it's going to actually cost you. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about saving money on your trip, like how to book it, how to get those discounts. So right now, actually, if you go on DisneyWorld.com, you will see on that main page is going to pop up with a summer, I want to say it's a summer room discount. There is a discount available now. It was just released this week for dates through the summer. I believe, I want to say, oh gosh. Anyways, I'm not really sure the exact dates, but if you go in there, you can punch it in. I should probably check that myself. You can basically go in there. So here's basically what I'm trying to say is that, there are times where it's going to be more expensive to visit Walt Disney World. Okay, Christmas time, the week of Christmas, the week after Christmas is one of the busiest times ever. They close the parks. Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, insanity. Like, I don't even know. Like, some people like it. They'll go in there and they want to have Christmas at Walt Disney World. Hey, if you can afford it and you like just the experience of it, go right ahead. But like I'm saying, that is a very expensive time to go. So cheaper times are going to be things like the end of August through September. There's usually discounts offered then. There's value season, there's regular season, there's summer season. There's all different seasons that Disney uses for pricing at Walt Disney World. So if you've kind of gone in there and picked something like spring break week, or like I said, Christmas, the week of Thanksgiving, you're not going to find the discounts that are available. If you go the week after Thanksgiving, that's an amazing time to go. You get all the Christmas decorations. There's usually some kind of discount that's offered. The crowds are low, so it really is going to depend on personally what you can do. Can you pull your kids out of school? We've done it. It depends. Some school districts are very strict about kids missing school. Other school districts just want to make sure they get their work made up. So it really is going to depend on your individual situation, whether or not you can pick some of the times that are less expensive. But the best way to do it is kind of to go by the special offers. Go in there. When you get on WaltDisneyWorld.com, it's not always going to pop up right when you walk in. When you click and go in there on the website, it's not always going to be right there in your face. So you're going to scroll down. If you scroll down to the bottom of that screen, if you're on a desktop, there is going to be down all the way on the left-hand side. There's small little links you can click on down there, and one of them will say special offers. So you can click on that, and you'll get all the special offers that are being offered right now, and or at that time, whenever you go on. So if you are on a mobile phone, if you go into Disney World on your phone, I can't tell you exactly. I'm assuming when you click on that link, it will, the little thing with the 3 lines on the left-hand side, it's like the menu. It may be there. I haven't really looked because Only because if you go on the mobile site, and it's also on the desktop, I know it's on there now. If you punch in some dates, it will show you if there are any special offers on the dates that you selected. It'll show room only, it'll show package, and then it'll show like spring offer or fall offer, you know, and there's usually, you're gonna get from 15 to 30, maybe 35. I know right now it's gone down. In the past, they had like 40% discounts available sometimes at certain times of the year, but that's your best bet. You go into that website again, and you're gonna wanna look for special offers, or just put in the dates and see if right now there are special offers for your dates. So really the best times to go, January. You know, Easter's busy on the weekend. Memorial Day weekend is busy. Memorial Day, not so much. Memorial Day itself. You know, there's events going on certain times of the year where you're going to see larger crowds. Like you've got Star Wars weekends coming up in May through June. In the fall, you have the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Can increase marathon weekend in January. You're going to have a lot more crowds because there's a lot of runners there. So, you know, you just kind of play around with the dates. Don't necessarily go on there and punch in a date and think, oh my gosh, there's no way we can do it. You know, try and get a better idea, especially if you're planning ahead of time. You can get on there now if you're thinking, hey, maybe next summer. Well, you can go on there now and check out the resorts and see what they're offering this year for discounts and get a better idea. I don't want you panicked because you put in some date and it's like this insane pricing, because I mean, they're really great deals. If you can get Caribbean Beach Resort, Port Orleans Riverside, those are great moderate resorts. And with the discounts, you get 20 to 25% off on those. And you're looking at, I would say, when we've gone and gotten those rates, $150 a night. So it's not, you know, don't put in Christmas. You're going to get a ridiculously high, you know, resort rate if you're looking to save some money. So that's just kind of my thoughts on that right now. You know, there is always, like I've said before, there's always the option of off-site, off-property, not staying in a Disney resort hotel. But do remember, you know, if you are staying off property, you're going to be paying $18 a day to park. I believe it's 18 right now, and that could increase as well. So kind of taking those things, if you're going to be driving, if you're going to be renting a car, if you're staying off property, those are all things to take into account as far as finances. You know, if you add that $20 a day to the room you're getting off property, how close are you to the nightly rate at a Disney World Resort hotel? So it's kind of my thoughts today. Next time I kind of want to talk a little bit more about, I don't know, I'm thinking tickets, and I'm thinking my brain is not working. That's what I'm thinking. Tickets or saving for your Walt Disney World Resort vacation. So if you'd like to comment, if there's one of those things you'd like me to touch on, or if there's any other questions you have that maybe I can do a future video as far as planning, things you're not too sure of, finances, you know, how to go about making your reservations, dining, all that craziness. I'm definitely going to continue this series and touch on everything. I'm trying to go from start to finish. You know, if you're just brand new at this, planning a Disney vacation, to get a better idea, kind of try and help you along when you're making those decisions with your planning. So please comment, like, subscribe to my channel. You can visit me on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, and my website, www.magicalkingdommemories.com. All right, we'll see you next time.